Okay, I'm gonna try and show everybody how to reupholster a chair from looking like this to a pretty modern luxe look. I got this chair for $10 at the Salvation Army. What makes this easy to reupholster is the wood frame, because you want something to put your staples into to keep the fabric in place. You're gonna need a hammer and a hammer to staple secure in. You're going to need a staple gun. This is what my dad has on hand. And you're going to need a scissors to cut your fabric. Okay, so as you can see, I got a yard of this material and it looks like it's a bit extra. The last chair I did, I got the end of the roll price, and so that means it was less than a yard. But that's okay. I'd rather have more than not enough. So I take it, and the longer end is how I lay it. So I want extra hanging off the bottom to tuck under, oopsie, here, let me see, to tuck under and staple. And then I'm gonna tuck it under in the crease for the seating, and then tuck it under the back. So you wanna pull it all the way over the back of your chair, and you want it to have enough that you can staple it under the seat then, if you can see that. So, it might look messy for now, and the reason we're doing it outside is because I did the first chair inside, and when you cut this fur, it really falls all over the place. I always start with stapling. My first staple is for the bottom piece first, to kind of secure it in place. Okay, so I've laid the chair down, since we're starting with the bottom, and you just want to pull your fabric so that it's just over where you're going to be stapling it. You just don't want a ton of, I mean you could, but you don't want a ton of fabric hanging down in the middle. So I'm going to pull it here, and here's your wood frame, and that's what you want to staple into. So you just want to make sure there's enough fabric on there that you can. So as you start to staple, I put my middle staple in the middle, and then I'm just going to do one across, but you want to stretch your fabric so that it's tight. Alright, so now that we have just a main staple here for this side, we're going to flip it over and staple the other side so we have like our base going. So to do that, you're going to have to pull your whole fabric through the crease here and staple through the bottom. So you want to feel the base and make sure it feels like it's pulled tight. And then you're going to place your staple. Okay, so we're going to start going around the edge here where the wood is. So you're feeling the bottom to make sure it's taut, and then you're going to pull forward, and then you're ready. And then with your corners, eventually you're going to tuck them here. You're going to find the wood and you'll staple in here, but I'm not going to do that yet. Okay, we had to bring it inside because it's raining out, but as you can see, we have stapled all the way around the bottom. To staple so that the chair is tucked in. You see that? Tucked into the back here. I pulled all the fabric through and stapled it on the bottom here and then pulled it back up and over, if that makes sense. So I'll pop it up. So you're gonna hang it like this. Here's what it's looking like right now in the front. Pretty nice. So what is nice about this chair is, and this fabric, is that it hides all of your staples, so you don't have to worry about that. So when we do the back here, we're gonna go ahead and just staple the fabric into the outline of this, and then we'll staple it underneath and you won't even see the staples. We'll drape over like this. And then you wanna feel here and make sure it's not too taut so that when someone sits on it, they don't rip out a staple. So you want it just a little bit loose. And then you'll place your first staple in the middle and work your way out. First staple in the middle on this wood part and work your way out. And then we'll staple it on the bottom. Hopefully that's straight enough because I don't have someone here to help me cord this. Okay, so I have the chair flipped over and I forgot to add, so I've done the top bar here, but I forgot to add that you're gonna have to flip in the front fur piece. So here's the front of the chair. The sides, you're gonna wanna flip in first before you staple here. You're just gonna wanna flip those, staple those in, and then we're gonna have the overhanging flap. And with the last one, you're gonna have to like fold it under and staple it. So. Okay, the final step is these were black, as you can see. So I left just where it sits on the floor black so that the silver won't scrape off, but I painted them silver. Okay, here is the end product. As you can see, those little silver things look decent from a little further away. And there's the back of the chairs. Saki, what do you think of my chair? Saki!